Yes, ladies and gentlemen, and podcast enthusiasts and tech entrepreneurs, welcome to this HireMe Venture podcast. And I'm your host, Sonal Shah. Today, I'm thrilled to introduce our distinguished guest, a trailblazer in the realm of human resource management and a driving force behind the success of HireMe technology as well as HireMe consultancy. So, please join me in extending a warm welcome to Marina Abdurazakova. And Marina brings to the table a wealth of experience accumulated over 10 years in the supervisory as well as the management roles across the diverse fields such as human resource management, event management, sales, business development, and the marketing. And she is also a co-founder at the Speak Lab HireMe Technology, and she serves as the head of the ambassadors in the Speak Lab and always hiring the IT developers for the various ventures and the organizations. So during her tenure as an HR manager, Marina assumed the complete responsibility for a candidate search and assessment with the payroll and finance management, placement, and performance management. So it's all together, all the management related to human resource. So today we are very much privileged and grateful to have her in our show and join us also to hear her experiences, projects, and intersections of the HR as well as technology in this dynamic world of recruitment, project management, and event organization. So, without further, introductions or other lightning words, I would like to ask Marina to, share her journey in her words and, their experiences with our audience. So, Maria, welcome to the show, and we are really grateful to have you today. So, please share your journey about your things, what you are doing, and your key accomplishment, please.
Well, thank you, Sonal, so much for having me. I really appreciate it. So, we are currently based in Dubai, and we're having recruiting agency and consulting agency for those who is in search for job all over the world. We're focused on IT sector at the moment, and we're trying to bring talents from all over the world to MENA, to Middle East, and vice versa. So my journey in HR started long time ago. It was 10 years ago or so, back in Russia. I was handling human resources department in a film studio. And it was quite exciting. I actually tried to work with Bollywood one time. It was really exciting back in the days. Then I became a director of human resources department there and started to turf for more and started to do recruiting for other companies. Then I moved abroad. I used to live in Turkey, and then finally I moved to Dubai. So in Dubai, I was like, I need another step, right? I need to go somewhere, move forward. So I decided to open entity and with my partner. He's from India, but here in Dubai, and we found out the name HireMe is the best. So we opened a recruiting agency. It was booming. It was 3 years ago. The IT was growing so fast. We were so happy. Then a year ago, companies started to fire a lot. So much. IT sector is like that. Yeah, when it's booming, it's booming. And when it goes down like very much. So we opened consultancy agency for people who was in situation when they have to find job all of a sudden and they need help. So we provide services like we're practicing for interviews, for technical interviews, we're updating their CVs, LinkedIn accounts to do a brand for them as professionals. So we're trying to pump them up. It's a motivation for them. And for recruiting from the other side, we just take mostly startups or companies with 100 people, approximately 100 employees, who constantly hiring, growing, so we can grow together. And when we're working with companies, of course, we wish them all the success so we can succeed. So, yeah. this is like a win-win situation. More or less, we're based in Dubai, as I said, but we work worldwide. So we have few clients in India as well, who are hiring for offices here. And yeah, we're happy to serve anyone who wants our services.
That's a great and very wonderful introduction, starting from the inception of your organizations, or I can say starting from your journey being an HR. So that's a wonderful to know. And the special episode that you said you started work for Bollywood and then you moved to Dubai and all. So that's also a wonderful part of the journey. So sounding something related to Bollywood is always gives us a little chopper. Yeah. Yeah. That's a wonderful thing. That's a wonderful thing. So, Marina, like, as you said that, you are helping the people and specifically for a startup. So, why is there any, like specifications that you need to mention that, startups only? So, is there any specific kind of a requirement is there or specific kinds of, the skills they require?
So, yeah, so we do work with startups mostly. Of course, we serve in other companies as well, like just normal company, big or small. At the moment, the booming needs for companies is, of course, AI. This is the most needed, and not so many professionals, and it's not old technology. So companies trying to hire the most experienced one, and it's limited edition kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So that's a fight between companies for growth. So if anyone in beginning of the journey of the professional journey, look at AI or cybersecurity, because the amount of technology is growing and companies need to secure this technology, right? So cybersecurity is one of the most demanding one. Yeah, the rest, yes, of course, front end, like architects, backends, designers, it's always needed. It's always there.
You are basically hiring for the, IT industries or for other technical resources and, the management level also.
We,
Right. Yeah.
yeah, we do hire management level. We do hire sales for technology. Different kind of, yeah. We are not specialized on accountant or lawyers. Mostly people who is into technology or sales or next to it, or top management. Top management is always demanding, but top management, it's never like, okay, who is on the market? Let me see. Oh, this is no. It's a headhunting. It's always headhunting. They see another company doing well. Let let us have their management.
Yes. And they are directly referred by names only, or sometimes, not names also. They are just jumping from here to there, and sometimes their hands are somewhere, their legs are somewhere, and their other hands are somewhere. So they are playing the multiple roles at the multiple organizations. So they do not find the needs of us as a playing the in between.
Yeah.
Yes. So that is the right thing. So now you also had mentions in the like early introductions that you are helping them to manage their LinkedIn brands, to motivate them. So are you doing the their CV creations and helping them to train them based on the technological requirements, sometimes in the soft skills also? So are you also helping?
Yeah, so in consultancy, on our website, you can find all the services. So basically, we do everything for people to find job successfully. We are not guarantee, okay, if you call us, we will find for you job. There is nothing like that in the world. Nobody will do it except you. But we will give you the tools, and we will help you to improve yourself and your appearance in the world. So by appearance, I mean is your CV, of course, Or LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn profile is everything now. Sometimes recruiters don't look at the CV, but they look at the LinkedIn profile. And we do strategy how to find job in a certain region or in certain field, or how to make a career change, or how to make a career change inside your organization, or you want to change the organization. So this kind of things. For example, sometimes people coming to me, I have very, very funny cases always. IT sector is mostly introverts. They don't like to talk to people. They like to talk to computers. That's why they are good at it. So for them, any interview is a stress. Yeah, but then it's a matter of habit. So if we practice interview with them, and I put attention to certain details, how they look, how they answer, what is the voice, how much they taking time to answer the question. Everything is important. So once we practice it several times, they becoming more confident, and it's becoming their comfort zone. And they pass interview more successfully. There is more chance that they will pass interview. Because recruiter is a human. We put attention to the same things always, over and over again. Then in strategy, we collect the open positions, the companies where you can apply. And we can see, okay, you want to apply to this company, to this position, but you don't have half of the certificates they require or the experience they require. So we suggest you have to add these things to your profile by education or by experience, knowledge, and then you can apply. You cannot. So people always, most of the time, people unsuccessful to find job because they use wrong tools, or they just simply not fit. Yeah. So we can see that as professionals, as we were working from that side, we can suggest. Yeah. And then sometimes people just simply not apply. Like, oh, you know what? I applied to 5 jobs and nobody came back to me. And I'm like, what? 5 or 500? You said 5? Of course, nobody. Like statistically, nobody. That's zero answer. Yeah. So sometimes people think, oh, I did everything I could. But no, you did nothing. And that's because they don't know the market. We know the market. So I can tell 5 applications is nothing. 500, then you can have statistic. Who came back to you? Yeah, who invited you for interview? Yeah.
Sound very interesting. Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, different cases. Sometimes people just lazy. Like, can I give you my password from LinkedIn and you do everything instead of me? And I'm like, yeah. And then you give me your salary, they will work instead of you.
The people are really sometimes, the things they were mentioning and the things they are actually doing, it's a totally, it has a huge differences. Even we had also experienced, like some of the cases that the things mentioned on the CVs are never ever there in the actual.
Yeah. That's why I recommend all the companies to have technical interviews. Because for startups, most of the time, they do not have enough money to do technical interviews.
Yes, invest in such a, time also, as well as invest in such a most needed skills. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's difficult, and then we ending up in the situation where employees, they cannot do their work, and they have to hire another one. It happens. It happens.
It happens. And so we are, to managing the attritions as well as managing the resources.
Yeah.
Yes. So, Marina, in between the introductions, I'd started my conversations and without giving introductions about myself. So, just can you give me a 1 or 2 minutes? I would also like to, give brief introductions about myself and my podcast. So can I?
Sure.
Yeah. So, Marina, myself, Sonal Shah, and I'm the host of this show on behalf of adfartech Venture podcast. And as I would like to, give some introductions about my organizations that we are adfartech Venture. And basically, we are IT and a tech platform. We provide almost all the kinds of, solutions regarding IT and IT resource recruitments and this kind of a tech audio podcast also. And we have a vendor alliances with the 50 plus tech partners. It includes SAP, SAP, there's Oracle, Microsoft, Pega, OutSystems, Appians, and Cloudera, Informatica, Salesforce, and other many too. And we provide almost all kinds of application development related solutions, than ERP, data, AI and ML, then blockchain, cloud management services, UX, UI, and cybersecurities also. And the major skills which we have right now is we have 20,000 plus resources all across the skills. So we can deliver both on site as well as offshore within the 24 hours. So that is the major skills which we are, having right now. And with these podcasts, we like to, know and explore what are the current trends, what are the, future of the technologies, what are the needs and requirements of the IT industries. So we can solve them the better with the exact and right solutions through this collaborative approach of, different tech leaders as well as technological visionary people. So this is all about me and my organizations. And, by talking with you, I can just relate that one of my this recruitment part and resource provision part will definitely, get insights from yourself, while discussing. So that is the today's the most brilliant part I can think that, we are going to discuss with you. So thank you so much for, giving your time to discuss this.
That's wonderful. We have so many in common.
Yes. So, Marina, now we are definitely going to the directly question and answer session. So, as you had mentioned so many things in the introductions, and we had started directly that session too in between. So, as you said that, you are helping the people to, upgrade themselves in terms of the, soft skill also, in terms of their CV updations, and sometimes to, identify their lacking skills. So, based on your experience, what are the specific tech skills right now it's in demand?
As I,
Yeah.
as I mentioned, yeah. As I mentioned before, is AI. 100% is AI at the moment.
And that you mentioned that, you are helping the people to upgrade their CVs and all also. And nowadays there are, so many people are going for a face recognitions and the personal verification and all. So as per your views, what are the technology is playing the role in, identifying the exact personal persona? So do you people are using that too, or any kind of that kind of technologies that, to identify whether the person is right, or background verifications, or a kind of any?
So there is several companies who do it, but it's kind of expensive technology. So it's used only for top management and for people who is connecting to money directly in the company, like main accountant, for example, or finance advisor, lawyers, and but it's all from top management. Yeah, there is several companies doing it. They verify people by face recognition, all these technologies as well, of course, but also they go deeper. They go to their origin countries and they check all the backgrounds from other companies, court cases, if they were ever been in jail or something like that. All the security checking. That's
Consultants, you are, the first front of the organizations. Then the candidate is, going to face them. So definitely the recruiting organizations will be definitely first will be, identifying that the main is a right or a not. So you must be sure about that at the first, as I know.
Yes, yes, 100%. It's responsibility. If I hire a top manager and then he will do something wrong with the organization, it will be absolutely my fault.
Well, how do you approach the candidate search and assessment? So people are coming to you, or you are going to people, or any specific recruitment strategies that you are.
Yeah, so it depends on the position a bit. Like if it's developers, middle senior developers, we pretty much have our own database. Again, depends on the technology, depends on the country of origin, that depends on where at the moment employee have to be, which country, right? So we can use extra tools like LinkedIn or other websites. We're fine with it if we don't have enough in our database. And then we do assessments. Of course, we have a first interview. It's 15-20 minutes behavioral interview. Apart from that, we're checking CV and all the information. And then from this assessment, we understand, okay, what about soft skills? How about the knowledge? We have extra questions from our client usually. So we fill the forms, like we fill the questions, we fill our perception of the person, right? Like assessments results, and then we can send it all to a client. Then he will decide, okay, I want to interview him or I do not want to interview. And then it's up to client. Sometimes they only can say, okay, we have similar technology to that company. He was working in that company. We want him. No matter soft skills, doesn't matter. The way he speaks doesn't matter. The country he is in doesn't matter. He was working in that company, same technology we want. Or it can be like, oh, I'm afraid that he will not fit our culture. He will not fit our colleagues or something by his soft skills. It all depends on the companies. Honestly, it's not up to us. Absolutely, we are like middlemen, but of course we're trying to find all the resources. And more on that, we have our recruiters, right? Plus, we collaborate with our recruiting agencies, with another recruiting agencies and another freelancers recruiters all over the world, so we can increase our database this way. And if, for example, I have, like collaboration can be different. If I have an open position all of a sudden, not related to IT, it's not my field, I better give it to my partner recruiters so they can fill this position more successfully and the client will be happy and they will be happy. Then I will try to fill it myself, right? Or if I have open position in another country, like, for example, Saudi Arabia, I have freelancers recruiters there, right? So they have their own database and we're helping each other this way by sharing. Sharing is caring. So everyone is happy.
Everyone is happy and everyone is getting the growth. So after all, that is the main motto of the.
Yes.
Right, that's right. That's right. So very wonderful approach you have shared. So, Marina, you are also working with, you said that you had worked with the Turkey, there's UAE and other regions also, and sometimes in India also. I'm not say that you are at present, but you had worked with so many, geographies. So, what's your experience, working with the different regions and, gaining the prominence on the various kinds of HR group?
You want me to tell you about different countries, how the culture was?
What are the, things that you are finding that is difficult to manage? Like sometimes you said that, that people might not be fit in line with the culture or needs. They might be good at the skills, but not at the, cultural fit. So, what is your experience working with so many countries as per, human resource management? What is the most difficult thing that you have encountered, and what is the best thing that you have encountered in which
Okay, as I'm working in IT, I told before that IT is the most introverted field in the world. Yeah. So everyone was so excited with pandemic time when you can work from home and not be bothered by anyone.
Yeah.
It was the best time.
So, why I am here?
So then after pandemic, it became hybrid, right? And then we had even problems with candidates when they were like, I am working only online. I'm not going to offices. Don't bring me these positions where I have to go to office. Yeah. So the most difficult, in my opinion, is when from any culture, any country, one person moving out from his own country to another country. And then he has collapse in his head because everything is just different. Especially when people moving in Dubai, like 2 years ago, we moved so many people here who was shocked by diversity. It's not only out of comfort zone by the climate, by another country, another language. Everything is just different, but diversity of the cultures inside the office. So they found themselves in a position when they have to be flexible enough to match with other people and to accept other people. This is the most difficult, I would say, for any culture from any country when they're moving and they're like, oh, okay, you take off your shoes in the office, right? We don't do that. Or you eating every 5 minutes. We don't do that. Or you late for a meeting for 5 minutes and you don't think you are late.
Well, with the India specifically. I agree.
Yeah, so this is the most difficult one. And the rest, if I talking from the client side, I was working with Singapore, Malaysia, India, right? And now we're working even with Indonesia and with Arabic countries, of course, North region, which is Russia and Soviet Union countries, and Turkey, and South America as well. South America was more or less difficult because of the time zones different, but the rest of the countries, it was okay. The only thing is Arabs, they talk too much. In Russia, in Russia, we don't talk about anything except work. So we came for a meeting, we talk about the subject of the meeting, and we leave. That's it.
I think that's so much tedious, and the monotonous things will become.
Come again?
When you are, in the office and just talking about the office parts only, will it become monotonous and tedious also? Sometimes it looks like a boring also. So, unless you attach with, other peers or other colleagues, it's become difficult to, spend the whole day in the same phenomenon, or you can say same.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, but that's a cultural thing. So in Russian office, I remember we could speak about something else except work in a coffee place, like in the kitchen where we're having a coffee or having a lunch in lunchtime, not during the working hours, not during the meetings. Yeah, here, if you come in Dubai, if you come to a meeting and you start directly to speak about the subject, you're rude. Right? So you don't do that. So you speak about everything and you slowly go to the important part, and then you're finishing with something else, another topic.
Yeah.
It's just different cultures. So whenever I see Russian speakers, they're coming and they're like, why should I talk about like weather or like situation in the country or news? Why I don't want to spend time on it. But you have to adjust. Yeah, this is the thing. But I think it's only German and Russia like that, and the rest of the countries, they are more talkative.
Yes, yes, yeah. So that's a wonderful experience you have shared with us. Because, I just work with the Saudi and sometimes with the European culture only. But the things are quite flexible, as well as, the people are also so much of a friendly that you cannot, say that they are so strict in terms of, words. Because many times what happens, your words will also be going to judge. So you do not need to, keep attentions and keep in a strict manner. So that is something great to know about the different cultures as well as different experiences from the world. So wonderful sharing. So Marina, as you are working with so many, cultures, so many countries. So how do you yourself stay updated on the, latest of different HR related technologies, as well as, various kinds of, I can say the service improvements for your organizations. So what's your rule for, taking adaptive skills in line with your own growth?
So it's very interesting question because in December I found out myself in a position where I'm so stressed that I cannot keep up on technology, and I felt like I'm running, and technology runs faster than me. Every single day I wake up, there is something new. It's like, oh my God. Yeah. So lately, last year, especially with AI, it became crazy. We have every day announce this is new technology. Now they do practicing interview with AI. Now they do this avatars. Oh my God, that's difficult for human brain to keep up. But we have, and then we have to, yeah, we have to find time to implement it as well and use it, and then got used to it. Yeah, so of course the technologies like database related database we use for collecting our candidates and for managing the data, that's for sure. Now we're implementing AI practicing interview, but honestly, I'm not happy about that because to practice interview, you have to, I think this is my strong opinion, you have to practice interview with a human being, not with AI, because AI will not give you the feedback human can give. So there is, the end of this year, I believe, will show us how AI will be in the future. Will it be worse or no? Will be people ready to pay for AI or no? Is it really useful technology? And how can we adjust? How many jobs we will lose in the world with AI improving? And how can we adjust to that? I think 2024 is the most difficult, the most complicated year in it. And it will show a lot. By the end of the year, you will find yourself in a different position. Very positive. So yeah, that's why I tell we have to keep up. We have to always watch what is new and how we can adjust. Because if we will not be flexible enough to the market, we will lose positions.
Exactly. So, what's your takeaway for this, AI interviews? Because many of the organizations at the large end now they are practicing. As earlier also I had said that, the people are, into this face recognition procedures. They are into use, background verifications and a few of the tools involved in the cyber also. So, they can know the past history of the people. So, what's your takeaway, as a being playing a major role in recruitments. So what should be as a forefront for you in aligning these HR goals with the overall vision for your organizations. You should adopt the technologies as and when comes, or you should keep a minimal or a maximal balance to achieve your.
So I believe AI for now cannot replace the human, but can make work faster. Let's say we have 10,000 people organization, and recruiter takes, like, for example, 10 to 15 interviews a day. If it's behavioral interviews or technical interviews with certain questions, maybe AI can help and replace the recruiter. But the results have to be carefully checked by recruiter. Yeah, so let's say 10, 15 interviews per day made by one recruiter, by the technology, as many as it's possible, as many as candidates we have, like 100, 200, 500 interviews a day. Easy. But then we have to check, okay, the results. Is there a mistake in AI technology? Is there a mistake? Okay. Some of AI looking to the way your eyes looking during behavioral interview. Is it right? Is it left? Is it up? Is it down? And they have some conclusions about it. I would argue, especially in IT, when I interview people, they look in different ways, but not in the camera. Very rarely they look in the camera. And that's okay, and that's normal. And it doesn't mean they're not wrong professional. I met this new technology of AI, of these interviews, and I was like so arguing with them, so I couldn't go for it. So I personally, I'm trying to choose now, but I don't know. And then we use AI a lot. We use AI as much as we can in writing, like even writing a position, open position we have. AI helps. So if we can fasten our work, why not? Yeah, we can do. Yeah. In this case, we can do more in the same time. So it's a growth if we will do more, 100%. But it's not a replacement.
That's definitely. So thank you so much for shedding the light specifically on this, the uses of AI in various kinds of HR-related processes. So, like Marina, if you don't mind, can you share that, how many people are there in with you or in your?
So at the moment, we have 10 recruiters all over the world, in different countries, and freelancers way much more. Well, our partners are everywhere.
For sharing and caring the
sharing and caring. Yes, that's. I have a lot of partners. I'm very grateful for that. I'm lucky.
That's the best part of our journey, that we should be grateful for the partners because then we are partnering with them. So that's the best part. So how do you people communicate with each other? Any tools specifically if you are using?
So we have little fight about that. Many people in my organization, they prefer Telegram. And Telegram is such a popular thing here in Middle East and in Europe as well. But I personally, I don't love it. I can't handle it. I don't want. So we have all the groups there, but I rarely visit them.
The same thing happened with me in a WhatsApp. In India, WhatsApp is the most famous thing. And I do not like to be, involved in any of the groups, or do not like to see the chats, what the people are discussing and where things are going on. Yes.
Yeah. So, I'm kind of old school. I love daily meetings online. So I prefer we all have a call in the same time and we discuss, because we all working remotely. So we're not in the same office. So whenever we see each other face by face online in Zoom or like any other video call, it's a human touch. We feel we are the team, and we can solve the problems and give suggestions and take it forward right here, right now. So that's my old school approach.
I just agree with that school approach only because, by working remotely and specifically when you are, so far away with each other, it's a, Google Meets or whether it's a Zoom Meets or any kind of a video Meets. That is something like, it shows you are in touch with any other person or you are with any other person walking. So that gives, it's not like a remote, but it's something nearby only. While just working, on different channels, it doesn't makes any more, I can say health sites or something relevant to each other. So to be connected, there must be some kinds of meetings, whether it's online or offline. So it gives, there is a presence of somebody who is also passing the journey like us.
Exactly. I call it human touch.
Yes. Exactly. So, Marina, that is the end of my question and answer sessions with you. But as I personally like today's discussions the most because it's very lighthearted and as well as with the right words in line with the needs of the today's edges of the technology. So, if I would like to ask you the last, not the questions, but kind of an inspiration that you would like to share with the audience, that makes them ready for for their next recruitments or to believe in the HR of today's tech age people. So, can you share some of the lights on that too?
I can suggest something to people like never give up. This is the most important. I became HR 10 years ago or so. It was all of a sudden. I woke up one day and I was like, I was born to be an HR. And that's it. I didn't have education. I didn't have experience, but I woke up with this idea. I knew I belong there. And then everyone, like in Russia back then, you cannot find job of HR without education or experience. You just cannot. I didn't listen to anyone. Everyone around was like, no, you cannot. You're wasting your time. I was so consistent and I was applying to every job I can. And after 1 month, I got it. I got the job. So I dedicated myself. I learned the rules, the documents, everything, all the processes, business process of HR. And after 1 month, I got a job with already a knowledge of myself. So whatever job you want, if you really believe you belong there and you want it, you go for it. And don't listen to anyone. Don't listen to anyone. Whoever tell you can't, or it's a weird idea, or you don't have something enough. You just do everything to achieve your goal. You have to be highly motivated because if not you, nobody will push you there. You are the engine of your life. And we're here to help you, of course. What will be your views?
Yes. That is the best. It's like a terms and condition apply. If you are you are great, but with terms and condition applied. That's good.
Anyway, thank you, Sonal, to have me, and let's be very grateful to all our new technology and the way it's uniting the world and the way we can communicate with you. You're there and I'm here. It's all wonderful and amazing.
Thank you so much. So thank you so much, Marina, for a wonderful speech and your each and every responses are really, treasure true of the wisdom. So it's definitely a great time for me too, as far as our audience also. That's a wonderful, enlightening conversations, and it's definitely going to impact more of their own journey, and helping them to, hold new positions in their organizations. So thank you so much for everything, and thank you so much for giving your time and all. And with this also, I'm also saying a thank you to our valued audience that, because of their curiosity and their know-how that they wants to engage with these kind of a guest. So we are creating these episodes. So thanks to the audience also. And to audience, if you really enjoyed today's discussions, do not like to follow Marina Abdurazakova for wonderful insights about what she is doing and what HireMe Consulting is doing to help the people to get their job right away with right resources. And do not also forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for adfartech Venture podcast. And because of your continued support, we are running this channel and making it more curious and making it more inspirations for everyone. So thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Sonal. Thank you, everyone.